And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Bird, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Norman Powell.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Chris Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at the 5. And for the Warriors, in the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Moses Moody, and it's Green in at the center position. So, Doris, for a coaching staff, what's the best approach to the second game of a back-to-back?
For me, Kevin, a back-to-back is about 2 things. It's about maturity, 1, but you also have to manage both games. Look at the minutes of the first game and try to balance them in the second game, particularly when you're talking about your veterans.
Now here's Powell. Outside Leonard. From outside the arc, the shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
This guy has such a nose for the basket. Kawhi Leonard not afraid to let it fly on the catch.
Pass to Moody. Green, the screen. Moody with it. Powell on him. Podziemski with it. Shot clock at 5. Green, the screen. From downtown, Harden grabs the miss. And here's Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
Pass to Green. Back to Curry. Fires the 3. Good on the triple.
I don't know that there's another guy in the league that would even think about it from that distance. It's uncanny how comfortable he is from that kind of range. Steph Curry doing work.
Now, here's Zubac. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. Harden against Curry. Harden draws the double. Powell for 3. Green with the rebound. Golden State's drawn 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Driving to the basket. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Draymond Green is a top passer at his position, and he loves to get his teammates involved.
Dunn outside. Harden sets the pick for Dunn. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. You look at the Clippers. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Warriors, a few slots below them.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Here's Leonard. The fader.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Now Harden, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. The shot by Powell, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Green passes to Butler. Curry against Zubac. And the rejection by Zubac.
How about Zubac? Worked so hard on the defensive end. Nicely done.
Clippers trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Dunn. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's averaging 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Out left to the wing. Back to Harden. Can they get it? That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
I tell you what, James Harden has got the kind of frame that he can absorb contact and play right through it.
Harden against Curry. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. And here is Dunn. 9-point game his last outing. Leonard looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Dunn. Launches a 3. They get it back. Zubac. That one goes in.
Yeah, Zubac knows his job, and that's to do the dirty work. Get into the offensive glass.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And that one misses. And talk about victors and guys who play to their strength. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin, a 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
The free throw drops for Butler.
What I love most about Jimmy Butler is his will to win and the capacity he has to take his teammates right along with him.
He's off on the second.
Boy, at his best, Jimmy Butler is a versatile scorer inside and outside. But what I will most remember him for is competitive toughness.
Now here's Leonard. He definitely had a good game in their win against the Rockets. Knocks down the 3 ball. Leonard's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Clippers.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Podziemski finds Curry. Green with a screen on Harden. Outside Butler. Tries again. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Powell. Harden's got his 2nd basket of the game.
We've always known James Harden is a thirsty scorer, and if you get him out in transition, look out. He's going to be aggressive.
Butler passes to Green. Outside Curry. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call we'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Jones checked in for Dunn. Now here's Leonard. He has 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Because Kawhi Leonard has such a well-rounded offensive game, it's easy for him to put the defense in a bad position, draws contact there.
First free throw is good. When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, Doris, no one has a bigger effect on a game than this great two-way player.
There's no question, Kevin, because of his length and savvy on the defensive end. He can swallow up individual offensive matchups. He's that good defensively. And then you think to his transition on the offensive end from a player who was a standstill shooter to now who you can run your offense through.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And a look here at David West. The Warriors could use a bit of his toughness right now.
West was such a tough competitor. I bet he could still give you 8 minutes if you asked him to.
Clippers on defense, leading by 5. Curry with it. He had a 30-point outing their last game against San Antonio.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Yep, that one goes in there. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Now Pajemski. Back to Jackson Davis. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Zubac. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Leonard. Pajemski grabs the board.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And the turnover again by Golden State.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And back to what you said, top 5 in steals this year. Quick hands and great anticipation. Fields checked in for Stephen Curry. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Bogdanovich is checked in. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr, and I asked him how you deal with James Harden tonight, and Coach said his focus is not letting Harden get the matchups he wants, not allowing him to get ISOs. Coach said he has to work for it tonight, so they will try to throw some resistance his way, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And so here is Golden State after the Clippers pick up 2. Pass to Hield. Some nice passing by Golden State. 4 on the clock. Wants to get it to Butler and does. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
This guy making his presence felt. Jimmy Butler, the ultimate competitor.
Now here's Powell. Defended by Moody. Leonard against Butler. Jones with the screen on Butler. A 3 from Leonard. The Warriors pull it in.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here's Hield. And the shot is good. Now just a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
And what a show of agility by Hield, getting around the contact there and right to his finish.
Harden with the screen on Hield. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Get ready to move. And welcome out your...
Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Gary Payton comes in for Brandon Bajemski. Healed outside. Pass to Jackson Davis. To the inside. There's Kuminga. Another shot, and it's good on the layup.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Harden the pass to Pop. Back to Harden. Payton against Bogdanovich. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here's our 2K leaderboard with the list of the teams that have been on fire from beyond the arc over the past month. The Clippers, number 1.
Yeah, boy, they've been hot from 3 this past month. That's what happens when you have good shooters who get into a good rhythm.
First one falls for him.
And you know, few guys play their role better than Bogdanovich. And by that, I mean he's often exceeding expectations and giving his squad more than they asked for.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Powell. And it's Ben Simmons in for James Harden. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Warriors trail by 5. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Out to Payton from the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now Leonard. He's got 10. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Hammers the alley-oop through.
That's where you get the ball to Ben Simmons, right at the rim. He's got size and athleticism. Look out.
Healed against Simmons. Here's Butler, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Los Angeles?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Butler nails both of them. Los Angeles leading by 5. Now here's Simmons. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left to play in the first. 6 on the shot clock. High post, Zubac. Here's Hield. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Curry's checked in for the Warriors. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Amir Coffey's checked in for Leonard. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Payton with the screen for Hield. With the drive, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
So it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. Down low.
And looking now at the numbers for Jonathan Kuminga, breaking down his play since the All-Star break, averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
He misses the free throw.
Boy, Ben Simmons, one of the most highly scrutinized players in the NBA, but I don't think you can doubt any of his defensive abilities. Cross-positional and big-time asset on that end.
Good on the second free throw. 1:21 left to play here in the first. And here is Curry. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. They lead by 4. Coffee can't get it to go. And for the Warriors, they're shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Buddy Hield.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And he makes the first. Kevon Looney is checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. And both free throws good for Peyton. There's 49 seconds left in the first. Simmons with it, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's already this guy's second foul now. He's either going to have to sit or play a bit more conservatively.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
The Warriors trailing. Now Curry. Peyton outside. Back to Curry. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Curry against Simmons. Now here's Curry. He's guarded closely. Launches from deep. That one doesn't go. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action in just a minute. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Here's Looney. So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. Simmons is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Coffee in at the small forward. Clippers with the ball. After the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Coffee passes to Bogdanovich. Zubac with the screen for Bogdanovich. Good work there as it goes. Bogdanovich has got the first basket of the second quarter for Los Angeles. Warriors trail by 6. Outside Curry. Kuminga sets a screen for Curry. from deep three-point territory. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Curry's got his second basket of the night. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. Some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting the cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for a job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. Now here's Hield after Ben Simmons' miss. Now here's Hield. He has 7, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Second personal foul.
Buddy Hield so active on the offensive end, finds the defense in a compromised position, and gets what he's looking for.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
For a guy with the shot mechanics of Buddy Hield, you'd love to see him get to the free throw line more, but it's really not his game. He is just a dead-eye three-point shooter.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. No good on the second free throw.
We will look back on Buddy Hield's career and marvel at the consistent three-point shooting he provided no matter what team he played for.
Here's Coffey. Nothing on the board. 6 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Drills it from outside. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
To the paint, stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Bogdanovich. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
What pace on the fast break from Bogdanovich, getting out ahead and protecting the opportunity to score.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And let's step aside for a minute to look at some of the point guards who have been doing a whole lot more than passing lately. They're the top scorers at that position over the last 10 games. Stephen Curry 4th.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
You know, they truly are. Whether it's one-on-one situations or staying within that team framework, that is a gifted group offensively. And, you said it. Their ability to put up big points from the one-guard spot is what really sets them apart.
And the Clippers making a switch here.
Number 25.
Simmons is checked in.
Ben Simmons.
Outside Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Fires away from way outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Los Angeles leading by 4. Done outside. Pass to Simmons. Lobs it up for Zubac. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Man, did Zubac get off his feet in a hurry. What a finish.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And look at what they did in the fourth quarter. Just totally out of sync and lacking in intensity. And that turned into that huge comeback.
Now here's Curry. He has 6. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Screen by Simmons. Here's Coffey. Zubats in the post. Looney on him. No good from Zubats. Warriors trail by 3. Pass to Payton. And here is Curry. He's got 9. Looney kicks to Curry. Kuminga against Jones. Three-pointer heel. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubats has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Shoots from 12, and he nails the jumper. Simmons got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Stephen Curry a little bit undersized, but he is so slippery once he's in the paint.
Down against Hield. Here's Simmons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Stephen Curry.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
That's good from Simmons. Different look here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Looney. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Gary Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Buddy Hield. The Clippers also making some changes. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Jones. And it's James Harden in for Amir Coffey. And Simmons drops them both. Warriors trail by 5. Here's Curry. He's got 11. To the middle. Over Simmons. It's sent back down by Simmons.
The length. Simmons just overpowering with that reach.
Harden outside. Shoots over Podziemski. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Murray finds Green. Here's Podziemski, guarded by Harden. Butler passes to Curry. Clock at 4. Here's Moody, launches it. Simmons pulls it in. Curry against Leonard. Leonard chewing him up inside.
We've seen this script before. Kawhi Leonard starts early and continues throughout the course of the night. Defense is in for a long haul.
Curry, a screen on Harden. Drives to the hoop. Green against Zubats. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
The first one falls.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
So, for the Clippers, Jones checked in for Zubats, and Amir Coffey is subbed in for Simmons. Both free throws good from Green.
And hadn't had great success at the line, but Green certainly works on his game from there.
Outside Leonard, back to Harden. Shoots over Curry. Podziemski grabs the board.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Outside Butler. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
This, to me, is how Butler hurts you. The athleticism, the strength, the body control, draws the whistle, still finishes the play.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Fields checked in for the Warriors. Eubanks, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
One shot.
One shot.
Free throw, good Butler. Clippers leading by 4. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And how about the numbers on Draymond Green? His last 10 games, he's averaging about 7 points a game, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Here's Coffey. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Dunn passes to Coffey. Harden outside. 5 on the clock. Fires from way outside. Green with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Heel got a hand on it. Now, here is Harden. He's defended by Podziemski. Dunn shot's good.
Well, James Harden is equally good, passer or scorer. There he sets his teammate up nicely.
Healed outside. Butler against Jones. Back to Butler. Takes a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and defensively, boy, did they trust one another. Communicated well and just made it very difficult to get good looks in that one.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And as James Harden enters his mid-30s doors, he's still able to put his fingerprints all over a game.
It's so true, Kevin. Rumors of his supposed demise have been greatly exaggerated. This guy's able to create shots for himself and his teammates at an elite level.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the field. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Here's Eubanks. The Warriors making the shot. The rebound by Post.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Butler. Goes back up. Butler on the attack.
That's the tenacity of Jimmy Butler, just putting in work in close range.
Clippers leading by 6. Done with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And yes, it's good. Eubanks got his first points of the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Butler. Good D by Jones. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. 1:37 left in the first half. Coffee passes to Harden. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
James Harden has made a living out of tough shot making. And I'll tell you, the defense pretty good right there. James Harden just better.
Butler on the way. Defended by Jones. And he gets the bucket. Butler's got 12 in the game.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Eubanks. Eubanks got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers. And for the Warriors, they're shooting in the second quarter around 42%. Here's Butler. Oh, no, stopping Butler that time.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler has found his groove, and he isn't letting the defense impact him in any way.
Here's Harden. And Moody pulls it down. The Warriors shooting about 42% so far. And they double up Butler. Golden State moving it around. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Moody. Here's Post. From deep. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Now Harden. From deep three-point land. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so that's the end of the first. They're up by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Zoo, facing a stout defense like this, what do you guys need to do to be effective?
You know, we look to play in a fast pace, run the floor, run pick and roll, hard defense, and, you know, we're playing good defense so far.
And the results speak for themselves with that. Thanks very much, man. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Los Angeles Clippers.
They've had a lot of success in transition, running for their lives like a turkey in November. Bark, bark, bark.
I don't know that that's a great comparison or a good turkey sound effect. Neither is that. And now, as the season winds down, a look at the Western Conference picture.
Checking out Los Angeles. They haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic? I think it starts with raising the intensity level. Become more aggressive, night after night, fight after fight. Aggressive is right.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland, taking on the Trailblazers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Moody in at the 3, the small forward. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And here's Harden after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Harden sets the pick for Dunn. A crossover, and he lays it up and in. Dunn's got 5.
Yeah, Chris Dunn navigating traffic with that tight handle of his.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Here's Curry. Chris Dunn making his last shot. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
Curry understands how to take a hit, prepares for it, and makes the necessary adjustment.
Outside Leonard. Zubac, a screen on Butler. Down low. And the layup falls. 6 points for him.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Pass to Podziemski. Now here's Green. He had his back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover. And now, here are a set of teams that have held their opponents to very few points in the second half of the season. In third, the Warriors. 4th, the Clippers.
You know, the biggest thing defensively is you just want to force tough shots. And that's resulted in really good numbers for both of these teams since the All-Star break.
Now, here's Zubac. 6 points for him. Back to Harden. For the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Moody's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Curry. Here's Podziemski. Dunn covering. Green kicks to Butler. Off target from outside. Clippers leading by 7. Leonard dishes to Harden. Now here's Powell. Guarded closely. A 3 from Leonard. Bring it up for Kawhi Leonard from 3.
Yeah, defense should know better than to concede a 3 to Kawhi. Boy, he stretched his range out over time.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Looking now at some numbers for Zubac. Just an incredible month of basketball. He's averaging 19 points per game, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Green, the screen. Here's Podziemski. And the rejection by Zubac.
What a great defensive play by Ivica Zubac. This guy just gives you great effort defensively.
The Clippers have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
Shooting for LA, Chris Dunn. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops in for Dunn. And the Warriors making a change here. Jackson Davis is checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Here's Curry with the 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Los Angeles leading by 11. Pass to Dunn. Back to Leonard. Leonard battling for two.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Warriors have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Podziemski with it. Now Butler. To the inside, and he dunks it down.
Boy, perfect execution in the pick and roll. Butler always the guy who's going to draw attention, and he makes the unselfish play.
Pass to Dunn. Back to Harden. Harden with the stuff.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
So it's the Warriors now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Curry finds Butler. 5 to shoot. From the wing. Powell pulls it in. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 12-4 run. Harden, that's good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Come on, Steph, ridiculous! And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Jones checked in for Leonard.
Number 55, Derek Jones Jr.
Warriors trail by 13. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Curry. Podziemski with it. There's a screen. To the paint. Here's Jackson Davis.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Clippers leading by 11. Harden the pass to Zubac. And here's Dunn. Pass to Powell. Dunn sets a screen for Powell. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Butler's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jackson Davis can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Powell kicks to Harden. Outside, Jones. Pass to Zubac. Now Harden lets it go from deep, and he's good on the 3-ball. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Now Moody, guarded by Powell. Outside Butler. For 3. Butler loves the 3-point look.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Outside, Jones. Harden against Curry. Zubac a screen on Curry. Here's Harden. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half. Pass to Podziemski. Moody with it. Back to Butler. The trade. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, never one to force up a 3. Jimmy Butler judiciously will take a 3-point opportunity. That is a nice delivery.
Now, here's Zubac. He's got 6. Jones. And it's Jones finishing it off.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Curry. The Clippers getting the bucket. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Dunn passes to Powell. Back to Dunn. Butler against Jones. Pass to Harden. It's deflected. Now here's Curry. He's got 18. Now Butler. From 12 feet out. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Here's Dunn. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, if you allow Zubac positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
Warriors trail by 14. And here is Butler. 20 points for him. Aggressive play by Butler against the defense.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Harden scanning the floor. Kicks it out to Jones. Harden against Curry. No good from outside. Warriors have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Butler against Jones.
There's a level of physicality that Jimmy Butler plays with that he's going to force you to match. Nice job drawing contact.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
That free throw good from Butler. Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Moody. Gary Payton is checked in for Brandon Bajemski. And Hield subbed in for Stephen Curry. Amir Coffey's checked in for Los Angeles. Bogdanovich comes in for Dunn. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so Harden will bring it up for the Clippers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Right block shot. Warriors with the rebound. On the wing, Payton. Defended by Jones. Payton kicks to Hield. Butler is screen on Zubac. The lead now cut to single digits. Hield's got 11.
They'll be with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 8 points for him. Pass to Zubac. Harden outside, beyond the arc. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Kuminga. Here's Butler. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Boy, I love to watch Jimmy Butler work in the post. High activity level. Hard not to foul that guy.
In the game, he shot 6 of 7 from the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw, good Butler. And Simmons, he's checked in for the Clippers. That one is no good. Clippers leading by 6. Coffey passes to Simmons. Pass to Jones. Payton against Bogdanovich. And again, unable to change momentum here. Golden State's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Healed with the bucket.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Here's Simmons. Following the basket by Buddy Hield. Pass to Coffey. Zubac with it. Just 4 to shoot. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Golden State basketball.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Dunn's checked in.
Number 8, Chris Dunn.
There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Hield, 13 points in the game. Inside, here's Looney, an easy 2 points on the layup. Now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead.
You can see Buddy Hield is now seeing the floor at a different level. Those assist numbers growing big time.
Bogdanovich passes to Coffey. Down against Hield. Now, here's Dunn. He started closer. Outside Bogdanovich. Just 2 to shoot. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. From deep three-point territory. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Get there. The ball's moving. Looks more like us, all right? Good to great. We're getting some decent ones. Let's get some great shots now.
Well, preaching how important it is, Greg, to take quality shots.
I mean, he doesn't want to settle for average shots. He wants his team to get in the habit of taking great shots.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Dunn. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Coffey in at the 3 spot. Los Angeles leading by 4. Dunn up top from past the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Curry has it in the corner. Over to the wing. Kuminga with a wide open look. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Leonard the pass to Coffey. Here's Dunn. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you love the physicality from Chris Dunn. He's willing himself to the stripe thanks to the way he goes straight into the defense on that shot.
The free throw drops in for Dunn. And so Dunn nails both of them. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Curry deciding where to go with it to tie it up. Another 3 for Golden State.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Coffey. Leonard against Kuminga. Leonard draws the double to the right side. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Coffey. It's rebounded by Golden State. Looney's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Now here's Curry to take the lead. And Jones pulls it down.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistleblower.
And I want to see more of this. Bogdan getting assertive and just forcing his will on the D.
Shooting for LA, Bogdanovic. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And so Bogdanovic nails both of them.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
Pass to Podziemski. Curry, a screen on Bogdanovic. Back to Curry. Now Podziemski. On the clock. A shot. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. And here's Bogdanovic. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Shooting for LA, Amir Coffey. Taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
So he gets them both.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Here's Post. It's Curry outside. Curry laser-guided shot from deep range.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Jones sets the pick for Bogdanovic. Los Angeles with another miss. Warriors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Deflects the pass and stolen by Leonard. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bogdanovic. Buries it down low. Bogdanovic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Showing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
Kuminga, screen on done. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And the Warriors making a change here. Fields checked in. Now here's Simmons. Pass to Bogdanovic. In the corner, Powell with it. 5 on the clock. No good with the triple.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Hield kicks to Curry. Hield sets the pick for Curry. Back to Hield. to tie it up. And the Warriors miss again. Clippers leading by 3. Dunn dishes to Leonard. Powell against Curry. Here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And playing 4 years of college often hurts your draft status, but it got healed ready for the NBA. And by his second year, he's one of the team's best starters.
First free throw is good. So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Simmons. Derek Jones comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And James Harden subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanović. Both free throws good from Hield. And here is Los Angeles now. Dunn outside. Back to Harden. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Harden's got 11 in the second half.
Well, James Harden will go down as one of the great scorers in NBA history. And when he gets his groove going, look out, folks.
Podziemski with it. It's Curry outside. Curry from 3.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
On the wing, Harden, guarded by Curry. Now Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good, 2 points. Harden's got 24 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Kuminga, screen on Powell. And it's Hield off the drive. And it's good for 2.
The defense getting too close to Buddy Hield on that dribble drive, and give him some credit for seeking out the contact.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. The Clippers also changing it up. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Derek Jones. And Simmons subbed in for Chris Dunn. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Back to Simmons. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, this is exactly where Ben Simmons looks to become assertive. The closer he is to the cup, the more dangerous he is.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Podziemski. Butler with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Curry with a wide open look. Hands the shot with nobody near him. That's 29 points for Stephen Curry.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
It's time for Knicks Fan. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Bust and move.
Moses Moody, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Dunn's checked in. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He begged them, don't give up. He told his guys 1 possession at a time. Let's go out there and do what we talked about. That's how we get back into this one. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Now here's Powell. Harden outside. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. They get Stephen Curry.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
At the line for the Clippers, James Harden, shooting 1.
What's up?
Free throw drops for Harden.
And the old phrase, he lives at the line. That is James Harden, folks.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Moody. That's tipped. Butler against Leonard. Butler, no good.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Butler against Leonard. Done outside. A three-pointer is right on target. And it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, we're accustomed to seeing Kawhi as the finisher, not necessarily known as a passer, but boy, what a pass right there.
Green kicks to Curry. Green, the screen. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, he tries to answer with a three of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Green against Zubac. Pass to Powell. Back to Zubac. Here's Leonard. Leonard draws the double. A three. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Butler's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Green with the ball. Curry is inside, guarded by Harden. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Curry.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Dunn looking over the floor. Right side, Leonard. Leonard draws the double. It's Powell on the wing, defended by Moody.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now here's Curry. Here he goes. Curry goes in and gets it.
One of the best ever at embracing big moments. Steph up to the challenge.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Offensive rebound. LA has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Warriors have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. That puts them in the lead. And that's now 7 points for Draymond Green.
Well, Draymond Green in a big spot delivers with nice calmness. Go ahead, Draymond.
Zubac has screen on Butler. Leonard draws the double. A shot by Harden. Wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Harden's got 30 points.
James Harden has always absorbed a huge offensive burden. It matters not where he's playing and with whom. The guy is big time in the clutch. Boy, a monster bucket yet again from Steph Curry. Knew they had to get something from that possession, and you knew he'd deliver it.
Now here's Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Green with the block.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter. .1:15 left in the fourth. 4 on the shot clock.
The Clippers need to get off a shot. Dunn shot's good.
Now this team feels comfortable with Dunn taking these huge shots because he just finds a way to nail them.
Curry against Harden. It traps. And that shot brings them to within just one.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now here's Powell. Back to Leonard. Over Moody. It counts.
Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now.
Time to get loud and make some noise for your Warriors Knicks team. The best fans in the NBA. Let me hear you.
Here's Curry. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Nobody you want taking that shot more than Steph Curry. What a pressure player.
Leonard against Butler. Now here's Leonard. Defense is right there. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up a play to make it happen.
Curry passes to Green. Money!
Fearless. Draymond Green gets it done in the moment.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up a play to make it happen.
Outside Leonard. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Free throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the D.
With the step back. Curry from deep three-point land. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, James. You have seen every type of defense from opponents over the years. What do you enjoy about that back-and-forth challenge?
Just every single game I'm trying to figure out what they're doing and how can I be aggressive and attack it. You know, I love playing the game of basketball. I love, being crafty and just trying to compete at a high level every single night. It takes a lot, but I'm built for it, and I'm going to just continue to keep going.
Well, you won the chess match tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David.